The budget.
Yeah.
The budget. She believes that when we paid down the debt 4 years in a row for the first time in 70 years, we had low interest rates, you didn't have this home mortgage meltdown, people could get a business loan, this country was growing together. That's the right thing to do. She thinks that 2 and 2 is 4 in Erie, Pennsylvania. It is still going to be 4 when you get to Washington, D.C. She thinks if you borrow all this money, you know, this young man who was so upset at the beginning, one of the things that we didn't talk about is there's a reason that we don't enforce our trade laws anymore. Trade enforcement in America is 1/5 what it was in the 1990s. You know why? Who do we have big trade deficits with? China. Who else? Japan. That's second. Korea is the third, South Korea. And the fourth are the oil sellers, okay? Well, every day we have to borrow money because of our deficits. We've added $4 trillion to the national debt because of the policies of the current government since I left office. Now, we have to borrow money to pay for our soldiers in Afghanistan and Iraq. We have to borrow money to pay for our basic budget needs. We borrow money to pay for tax cuts for millionaires and billionaires. Who do we borrow the money from in order? China, Japan, Korea, and the oil sellers. Now, don't you think that's interesting? That the people that have big trade surpluses are our biggest bankers?
Yeah.
This is not their fault. You can't be mad at them. We did this. We did this to ourselves. We mortgaged the economic future for these young people for short-term selfishness to give people these breaks that they did not need and most of them did not even want. This was wrong. We cannot enforce our trade laws because they're our bankers. If you vote for Hillary, she'll take us back to those balanced budgets and give our kids back a brighter, stronger economic future. So, my first case for her is she's got the best ideas, and I believe with all my heart that if she's elected and her plans are adopted by the Congress, you will have more prosperity and more jobs when she's president than you did when I served. That's what I believe and why you ought to be for her. Now, second reason you ought to be for her is that she's the best prepared to become Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces and to be Diplomat-in-Chief for America. She represented our country in 80 other countries when I was president. She is the only member of the Armed Services Committee running. She was the only United States Senator of either party asked by the Pentagon to be on a small commission to modernize the military. She has repeatedly passed legislation with Republican co-sponsors to take care of our veterans and our people in uniform, to get the body armor quicker, to keep them alive. To guarantee that when members of the Pennsylvania National Guard go overseas and serve, if they get hurt, when they come home, they get the same health care benefits regular military personnel do for life. That's a very big deal.
Very good.
To give the family and medical leave law to military families.